Hi everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel. In this video, I'd like to talk about end times time loop, turn back in time, and multiple timelines. I highly recommend you guys to go to Informed Christian's channel to watch his videos. He explained the turn back in time and multiple timelines and time loop concept based on Bible scriptures in details. So it's just mind-blowing that the time that we're in and everybody is waiting for rapture. So as soon as rapture happens, the whole world will travel back in time 3.5 years ago from 2017, September 23rd, which is Revelation 12 signs happened on that day. And then the whole world will have to relive the same 3.5 years for 6 times. The 7th time will be the final time to make it right. Okay, let's get started. Age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius in 2020. The old order Pisces is collapsing or decaying, and in this place there's turmoil and disarray. And in year 2020, the dangerous and demanding world environment is defined by energy events in the Aquarian age chart and the position of the vernal equinox. C911 means you are connected to the energies of the number N9. As noted above, 1 is linked to the start of a promising journey. It suggests you are currently particularly adept at tapping into your manifestation potential. Does the Flash reset the timeline? Yes, in that episode, Barry puts the reverse Flash in a cage like a prison in a warehouse, and later in that episode, he makes reverse Flash go back in time and kill his mother, and he goes back to his original timeline. So in this end time right now, right after the rapture, the whole world will turn back in time approximately back to 3.5 years ago. Then the time will start again till the midpoint now, to the year 2017, September 23rd, which is the Revelation 12 sign. Then it will turn back in time again. We live the exact 3.5 years again, over and over again. Even though right here it says that the Flash is able to go back to the original timeline, but when I watched the very episode, actually he went to a timeline that is close to where it was before. So it's not the exact original timeline, but there's multiple timelines. He goes back to the one that is close to the original timeline. There, of course, there are few changes in his life and in his friend's life also. So right now, we all know that CERN created multiple timelines in the past, and I'm sure those timelines still exist, even though they said that they eliminated like almost all the multiple timelines, all the extra timelines. And so when the rapture happened, the whole world go back in time, it could be create another timeline. That's not a definite guarantee that the saintness can bring the whole world back to the original timeline. I don't know if they have this ability. If not, another timeline will be created. So they have demonstrated This in the TV series The Flash. What changed after Flashpoint? Flashpoint created an alternate timeline in which this event never occurred, causing significant changes to Earth 1's history, such as a new crisis in 2018 and changes to other universe history like Earth 27. These changes include Salvatore never existed, so Ezra wasn't killed and remained a member of Team Flash. So expect that an alternate timeline will be created when the whole Earth turns back in time, such as the movie Back to the Future. They created actually two other timelines. Certainly there will be changes between pre-rapture and after-rapture timelines. And then there will be a creation of another timeline, so there will be changes. Here's just an example of how timelines related to different Earth. So multiple timelines. 3.5 years before September 23rd, 2017, approximately, is April 13, 2014. So notice that 13 is the master number of time. That is exactly what the Lord has created. Then 3.5 years after September 23rd, 2017, the Great Tribulation will end on March 6, 2021. So 2021, 21 is a master time number. So this is the ultimate master time number, 21. Again, if you notice that March 6, so 666. Time loop movie, Edge of Tomorrow. That's an example how it works. Each time he remembers the life before, which is the timeline before the present timeline, then he made adjustment to his actions, his plans. So it affects the outcome of each timeline until he achieved the desired outcome. This will be exactly what the Father God allows Satan to do after the rapture. But the result of the outcome, the very last chance, last try of the outcome, Father God will always win. So no matter how hard, how many times Father God allows Satan to restart the same time frame but a different timeline, the outcome is Father God will win. Another movie, Groundhog Day, is time loop oriented, and I think this movie is more for the people the left behind in the Great Tribulation. Each time they can change their actions, their decisions, if they choose left or if they choose right. So the last timeline, the outcome is the decision for Father God to determine who can be raptured out from the Great Tribulation, who from the left behind group. And I think this is It sounds like a chaos because you will live the same 3.5 years 6 times. Then the seventh time will be the last chance to turn right. And I think this is at the same time for the left behind, give them so many second chances to make it right so that they are worthy to be raptured out during the Great Tribulation, and their names can be written in the book of life instead of being cast down to the lake of fire with the rest of the saints.